The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. How you guys doing?
Okay. We gon' pull up in some Tahoes. Fill with my niggas and bitches. They don't get money, the motto. Shredding waves like I'm Otto. Full pockets filled up with money. Feeling like I hit the lotto. Okay. Flexing on all these bitches. Black shirt, Johnny.
Hello. What's up? Back with another new episode of StyleBeasting podcast with your host with the most, Dylan Wall. And we're on episode 120.
I say what's up? Man, sit your ass down.
And I'm going to start off by saying family is a good thing. Family is a really good thing. I recently came back. Well, not recently. It was last week. But I had a family reunion last week. And I got to see a lot of my family I haven't seen in a while. And they haven't seen me in probably like
40 years. He had 40 years?
Let's see. A decade? Yeah, I think the last time I went to my family reunion was like in 2014 or 15. And at that point, everybody was still kids. Not everybody grown up. But like, I know I say this a lot because I haven't seen a lot of people from my neck of the woods in a while. But these niggas grew up. Like, bro, I think my cousin Jasmine, which I've known her since I started middle school, I remember her having a little boy. But this little boy is tall, can talk in full sense. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I think he's a little bit older than mine. And I'm like, damn, these kids are just growing up. Like, all my little cousins have, like, kids or their parents themselves. I'm like, damn. It like, touched my heart because I'm like, oh, these kids are so adorable. And a lot of kids were really nice, too, because I was nice. It was like, dang. Partly some of my family has, I won't say bad kids, but rough kids. Like, both sides of my family have Rough Rider kids. Like, well, I won't say baby kids, because if they get out of line, they gonna get that whooping. But
Fuck them kids. Fuck the kids?
we got some roughnecks in our family. Trust me. And the women are way more roughneck than the dudes, especially on my dad's side. But part and parcel of that, it was good to see all my family again, because a lot of people I haven't got a chance to see in a while, and a lot of people have changed, or their lives, stuff in their lives drastically changed, and I don't talk to my family all the time, but it was good to reminisce and like talk to them and like introduce April to them and Lena to them, and everybody had fun, everybody enjoyed themselves. Now, this year, because every time I go there for the food, well, I'll go there for my family, the food second. But this year, there was extra things of chicken left. When I tell you that never happens in our family reunion, well, it's probably been a while since that happened.
He's fat!
Since I left. But I remember the last time I went, bro, when I tell you niggas went around one time and the fried chicken was gone, I was sick when I was younger. I was like, bruh.
He's fat!
I just grabbed two things of chicken and it's gone. This time they had extra. Thank God. My cousin Steve had some. Boy, shout out to him. Shout out to my cousin Steve for cooking every year for the past all these family reunions. Like, when he fried chicken, man, let me tell you something. I ate one breast that he cooked. I was about to punch some kids that got more to get more. I ain't gonna lie to you. And by the end of this family reunion story, I'm gonna tell you something about something sick that happened to all the chicken I brought home. I was mad. I was heated. But yeah, went up there, got all this food. Bro, man, let me tell you something. Whoever cooked that food killed it. Like, I'm not even being lying to you. The roast, great. The greens, great. The turkey, stupid for no fucking reason. That whoever cooked those buffalo wings almost like literally had to like almost shit on myself because them buffalo wings were too damn hot and I was sweating.
Nasty bitch.
What else was good on that fucking plate? Rose. Oh, my cousin Shauna cooked some candy yams. I didn't notice that. I didn't know until she walked by and it was like, "Hey, we got some candy yams up there. Grab you some." Nigga, the pan had a scoop of candy yams left. When I mean a scoop, like I'll say like 4 spoonful worth of a scoop left. And I was heated because like her brother gave me like four like little chunks of it. Sick as fuck. Sick as I don't know what. I was like, damn man, these niggas can eat. And that's the one thing that has changed my family. All these motherfuckers can eat you under a table and drink you too. Cause I finally realized too that I can never be an alcoholic. And the people that who are alcoholics, I don't know understand how you can be an alcoholic. I drank half a cup of Don Julio. Never, never. I was like, what is this? What is this? You know how you hit a blunt and you have to look at it like, nigga, what the fuck is in this? Had to hold the cup up, the bottle of Don Julio and look at that shit because I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is in this bitch? Like this was a freshly opened bottle of Don Julio, so I was not going to help them drink it. I had half a cup and like 4 beers. I was like, and like 2 blunts. Nope, I'm good. No more. And niggas try to have me drink a huge ass bottle of gin. No, no fucking way. I'm about to drink that, even though I wasn't driving. Fuck no. I have a great memory when it comes to hanging out with my family because I think it was a couple of years ago with God rest her soul, my aunt Joyce at her house when she had a party. There was on one side of her shit, what is it? Of her land. My cousin had 1800, I think it was vodka, and on the other side, my cousin had gin. I was walking back and forth having conversation with him for no. I don't remember even like the reason why I was walking back and forth, but I think I was just saying hey and what's up to everybody just to see how everybody was doing because I haven't seen them in a while. And they poured me some, and I was walking back and forth, and then I realized on my fourth walk back, they was like, "You've been walking back here from gin to vodka," and I was like,
God damn.
damn, I so motherfucking I was. Cause like I didn't pay no mind until like my cup was like had full gin. I'm like, oh shit. I've been drinking this for a whole 30 minutes. I've just been walking back and forth drinking gin and vodka. And I'm like, oh shit. No, I can't do that. And ever since then, I always try to like wean myself back because I was like 18 at the time, and I was like, I fell asleep in my Aunt Joyce's chair because I was so fucked up. I was really tired. So that at that cup of Don Julio, I had to give that ball back to my cousin Kalia. No, was it no Kiki? And I was like, nah, I'm good. I can't do it. But I don't know. I felt good being around my family. I don't know, like you guys know as well as enough. I'm a family guy, and I don't know. It just it brought something to me seeing all my family again because I know that we live like really far apart from each other and we can't really like communicate how we do. But I was like, damn man, like it felt good to see these guys and like in my heart of hearts. I wish my other cousins would have came, but some of them had like I think my cousin Brian is in the military. My other cousin Carlos is in Kentucky still, and not a lot of people came because like not a lot of family fought with each other. And I wish that was another thing too we could fix too because people have beefs in the family. I don't know these beefs. I'm just speculating because you know how family is. But I just really wish I could have seen everybody because I say this a lot. The way the world is, we don't know when the last day we're gonna breathe again is. So it's good to have people in your family in your corner. Now I'm not saying all family is good family, but
Nani?
I can't even. And I would say, but then that sounds like gaslighting because if your family treats you like shit, there's no why would you be the bigger person if they keep on doing it. So I understand that too, but I guess from my perspective, there was some family members I wish I got the chance to see. But Carlos, Brian, Dominique, Tasha, Nicole, Julia, and a couple other family members. I don't even know if you guys are gonna hear this, but if you guys who do hear this, I love you guys. I wish you would have came, and I can't wait to see you again. You too, Dad. Um, yeah, and it kind of hurt, and then I can understand why some people didn't come to because we were at my uncle James and Aunt Shirley on my dad's side, not my mom's side. Their house for the family reunion, and they both passed away. And I remember when I first met them. This is when I did like I didn't know anything about them. This is like when I very first met them at going to the family reunion. They were like really, really, really good to me. Now they were the nicest people ever. They were almost like my. It was almost they were. I want to say they were just like my Aunt Joyce in the lovable category because they were actually, matter of fact, I think everybody treated them like my Aunt Joyce. They were just loving people and they care about the family. And I never got a chance to really hang out with them other than family reunions. And I'm tearing up now. I don't know why. But it was good to spend. It was good. Even though they wasn't there physically, them there in spirit, it felt good because it just brought memories back to when everybody was younger and the family reunion. Everybody was at the family reunion. I'm not gonna say too much on the family stuff because we got a lot to cover today. Family's important, man. Like I know I say that a lot. I know you guys get tired of me saying that, but damn it, man, like
These niggas don't want to see me win.
shit, I don't know where I'd be at with some of my family and friends. Like it's a village of it's more than just family, your internal family, the family that has your last name that's you can consider as family. It's just like friends and family that I consider as family. And it's just like I don't know. It just brought my heart together to see how everybody together laughing and joking. It just is. I'm a sucker when it comes to like precious moments. So who knows? But moving right along, um, with these precious moments, we lost a a couple of people this week due to I want to say just death in general. We lost what's it? Damn! I just saw
That's okay. Take your time.
James Earl Jones, Frankie Beverly, Tito Jackson, and Naruto's voice actor, the Japanese Naruto's voice actor. We lost all those people in a week, nigga. That is the crazy. And we had another school shooting and a couple school threats in 1 week, bro. When I tell you, I do not know what the fuck going on with niggas, and that's why I say you need to stick with family more often. I will not stick with family. You need to hold on to family a little bit more often, cause boy, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. This kids sending death threats to schools with kids on 'em. One of my friends, I think her kids in the elementary school was it Alabama? It was some school in the South where just somebody sent a threat. It was like a kid sent a threat to a bomb threat to a school, and I'm like, bro, these kids are 11 years old, 12 years old, not even like high schoolers sending threats to other schools. And I think it was a Florida police officer who said, if we catch kids doing this, I'm gonna walk them like real criminals and lock them up and show their faces on TV because this is not you can't send threats like that, especially in the climate we're in where I think we had 50 school shootings last year. Like, bro, you know how crazy it is? Nigga, school hasn't been open 5 months and niggas is already sending death threats. I think school was open for like maybe 5 weeks. And niggas is doing this. And I think that school shooting that happened the first week of school was the second week of school for them was like, bro, like come on, man, like what are we doing? And it's like a bigger issue too because now you got correlated to gun violence and gun law because if a nigga's set threatened or not just guns but weapons in general, it's like another. It's like not even. It's not just about the threatening and the kid's mindset. Now we're like a kid's having bringing a gun. Yeah, that's what it was. A Florida student came to school with a disassembled gun.
That's just prime.
Bro, I need to know two things. One, how he just disassembled it, probably off YouTube.
You were wrong.
Two, where the wait, bro, like where did he get a gun? Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not gonna get on my gun law speech because I'm not that intelligent enough to have a conversation about gun laws because just saying get guns off the street is not as simple as just that. It has to be more to it than that.
Maybe.
But back to the those people that we lost. It was a rough week because James Earl Jones. I could have sworn James Earl Jones left us like 2 years ago in the pandemic. Other than that, or I might be tripping. There might be another black actor, but I could have sworn James Earl Jones was already passed away. I could have sworn he was gone. But I think he might low key be the greatest voice actor of all time, black or white. He was so great that they had to find a nigga to fit his body for Darth Vader. He was like, this nigga's voice is so great, but we can't use James Earl Jones in the suit because, not trying to be mean, but he's a big guy. I think well, not all the time, because I think there was pictures of him when he was younger and he was mad thinner. And I was like, okay, yeah. But James Earl Jones' voice is so good. I don't know any other person's voice that might be him except the nigga that played Dio's Japanese voice actor. Like that might be the only person that could be him in voice acting. Like or the nigga that played Nominee in JJK. That might be the only two niggas in the world that can beat him. And the nigga that plays Ichigo in Bleach. That's the only in Naruto, the Japanese voice actor for Naruto. That's it. But the only niggas that can stand up to him is Japanese voice actors. I honestly don't think. Maybe Denzel. Maybe. No. No, yeah. No. I think James Earl Jones competition might only be Japanese anime voice actors. Like Loki. I'm not even going to cap to you. Like, that's that nigga. But some nasty stuff popped up too when they were speaking about James too, because they was like, James don't like black women in the interview years back. And I'm like, all right, bro, come on now. This is not about that. If we were talking about what his particular taste of women were, then yes, we could use this. But we're talking about a nigga who just passed away. He's not even in the ground yet, and we're talking about, oh, he didn't like black women. Nigga, what does that to do with him dying? He didn't die because he didn't like black women. He just died because he was old. And let's stop doing that shit. Like, if James Earl Jones was all he did was talk down black women and just belittled. Well, even then, I still wouldn't chastise him because he's dead. Like, he didn't do anything. He may have said that like years ago, and the way when he said it, it looked like he said it before maybe the 90s. He might have said that in the 80s. So that's like 40 years. We're gonna bring up a 40 fucking year interview. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, well, no. I won't say 80s. I'll say maybe 30 years. Who the fuck cares? It's way older than 10. Matter of fact, it's so old. James Earl Jones had black hair and a full head of hair at that. I don't remember the last time I seen James Earl Jones with a head full of hair before. Shit, he didn't have a full head of hair in Conan. I don't remember the last time I saw James Earl Jones was black hair, just straight jet black hair. So I know that interview was fucking old. So let's just leave that shit alone and let him get buried to rest. As to say with Frankie Beverly, That was out of nowhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, damn, nigga. Like by the end of the week when Tito passed away, I'm like, damn, my nigga. Like this is starting to be just like, well, no, because I won't say this is right on time, but in that last quarter of the year, this is when a lot of people start passing away. It happened when COVID started, and it was like, damn, like everybody's just dying, like dying. Even when I saw the voice actor for Naruto pass away, I'm like, damn, nigga. Like, bro, like this, like, let's stop. Like, death, let's just stop right now. Like, just chill out real quick. Stop killing niggas. Let niggas go like a couple months or more years. Let's not have 5, 6 niggas die in a week. And I'm not saying like other people that pass away aren't important, but important figures in our lives. Like James Earl Jones was legendary. Tito Jackson was legendary. Frankie Beverly, legendary. Voice actor for Naruto, legendary. Like, well, even though she's well, yeah, you could put her up there. So yeah, you could definitely do that. But yeah, it was just a real turbulent week for like people's lives, and it still got crazier because in that same week, Shannon Sharp, Hall of Fame NFL player, was caught. Well, not caught, but allegedly was exposed on live having sex with this girl, and it had the whole timeline in the uproar because people was like, is this a rollout for something?" And I think he ended because if you listen to it, it was like some real old like country folk sex. Like it sounded like like he literally sounded like, you know how your car when it doesn't start, it just sounds like it's it sounded like that. And I think he was selling some shirts like after the whole timeline went in the uproar that was saying "That's my Michelle," which that's what he was saying while he was in it, and it was kind of cringy because it's like, well, me personally, I mean, hey, if it sells, it sells, but people were calling it cringy and weird because you said it was an accident, but now you're selling t-shirts from the accent, which I understand making money from it. If it's going to make you dollars, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. So, hey, but alongside with that, the presidential debate happened, and it just like showed me that Trump does not know anything about women or how women work. This nigga said you can have an abortion after the baby's born.
Fucking dummy. Stupid ass niggas.
I'm gonna stop right here there. So just so you know how wild that sentence is. That nigga also said that foreigners eat their pets, which got the internet in the uproar again because I think the Haitian people got thrown on the bus for that, and the Miami Heat, because Miami has a lot of Haitians in it, they put a statement out saying that we don't believe in the negative rhetoric about the people that live in our city, and because a lot of people like the Haitians eat anything because they blah 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 blah. I'm like, damn, bro, like, and that's the reason why we don't need Trump as president, bro. Like, this nigga just throwing foreigners under the bus and like calling them all kind of names and like making them seem like they're just savages. And like I said, Kamala Harris isn't the greatest person, but if you're sitting there telling me you want our president to be a guy who just throws people of our color underneath the bus, calling them savages, and say they eat dogs and cats, like,
from my ancestors, please stop cooning. Can we please stop cooning?
that's fucked up. Now, I think a person from Haiti clarified this because if you go to Haiti, Haiti is a really poor country, like a super poor country. So Haiti said sometimes you have to get down, and some people eat that. And if you see how Haiti looks when look when the earthquake happened or in certain places because of the poverty. Yeah, I can believe it. But I wouldn't just throw that on them like as they're savages. They just have to get it how they live. And that's just because of their financial financial backing as a country is not there. And people are hiding the bigger fact that no one wants to help them than just make fun of them.
Open your mind!
So I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm staying away from all things politics conversations with people because I feel like it's going to be a never ending cycle of the same bullshit and the same rhetoric. So getting off of politics and bullshit, let's get into the music.
I am the music!
So, as of today, P. Diddy is been taken by the feds.
FBI, open up!
Alongside 1,000 bottles of baby oil, lube, and 2 AR-15s.
Very naughty.
That is the craziest combination of stuff to have on you when you get picked up by the feds. Like, bar none, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard. It's so crazy that when they said that he got caught with that, I thought that was just like the clickbaity shade room. Oh, he got caught with 1,000 bottles of lube, blah, blah, blah. Like, I thought that shit was a joke until one of the leaders of the feds was like, when we seized FBI, there was 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. I'm like, bro, that is the sickest thing to get caught with. The last thing to get caught with before you go in jail, because PD's not getting out. His bail was denied and everything. That nigga is never getting out. He ain't getting no bond. He ain't come. No, whatever. The day that they picked that nigga up was the last day he was gonna see the sun or get any fresh air, bro. His bond was $500 million. Even if he could get out, they won't gonna let you out. Nigga, you a flight risk, bro. You could get on a fucking plane and go off to be with fucking Russell Simmons in Bali. Like, nigga, no, we're not gonna. No, hell no, no bond, no bond. And with this, a slew of people I think one of PD's security guards was like, "Yeah, man, this nigga should not get out. This nigga was a monster." Shine came out in front of her, like in a full suit, in front of paparazzi, say, "Fuck PD," and that nigga's nasty. He should not get out. I forgot that lady's name that always said it was PD was nasty and she was on Vlad. Either it was Vlad or another show. And yeah, like a bunch of people who had spoken out about PD in the past, that shit's coming to light. Now, I'm not saying that we didn't believe them, but we knew PD was sick, but we didn't think it was this sick.
40 enormous, just like them Jordans. This kick unreal too.
And it's just getting sicker looking at all the lawsuits piling up against him before he got caught. Because I think multiple people who worked under PD was filing $100 million lawsuits against the nigga. And I'm like, whoo, there won't be any money in that Sean Puffy Combs account after this shit's done. Like, I don't know if his kids had any, not his daughters, but his two oldest boys. I don't know if they had anything to do with it. But hopefully, if they didn't, I'm gonna pray for them and their kids, because it's like you're just gonna be named. You're gonna be the legendary kids of the legendary monster with legendary money. You have to do so much stuff to change the legacy of your name. You might as well just go with your mother's name. Like, take the Combs out your name and just become whatever your mom's, whatever their mother's names are. Because I don't think they're all of the same mother woman. But I would change your names immediately. If you had nothing to do with this after this case is done, please change your name. Because if not, you're fucked. Like, we don't need all this malarkey coming from this, because this is fucked up for the kid. Excuse me, for the kids. And it's sad to see that the kids are gonna be fucked up for the rest of their lives. Like, and I'm not saying the people who were affected aren't, but the children is like, and this is going, now I'm talking about the kids that didn't know. If they did not know, it's fucked up, because it's like, damn, all them stories about our father are true. And we were just like having fun with his money while he was being a monster. Now, no amount of money is going to fix this for the people, but changing the legacy from where it was can. Hopefully, I pray it does. But speaking on changing on legacies, Kendrick Lamar has gotten the okay to be the Super Bowl halftime performer in New Orleans, the New Orleans Super Bowl, well, the Super Bowl in New Orleans on February 9th. And this caused a lot of backlash because people wanted it to be Lil Wayne because it was in New Orleans, but it ended up being Kendrick Lamar. Now, it was a lot of bullshit that came with this because people were saying, oh, this isn't employed by Jay-Z to have Kendrick Lamar play instead of Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne is friends with Drake. And people were saying, oh, Jay-Z doesn't pick the people to perform at the Super Bowl. But days later, it was people saying, hey, Jay-Z just pick him. So it was a big lie from the people who didn't know what the fuck was going on. And the only reason I say this because a lot of people were trying to like throw. Now, I won't say that Kendrick Lamar won't put on a better performance. I'm not saying that. Well, what I'm saying is I think it should be Lil Wayne because of his legacy. Now, I also understand that Kendrick Lamar had probably a great lead up with all the hip hop beef that he had with Drake and won. So I can understand that too. But there are some politics in this whole choosing of Kendrick. And it's a whole smorgasbord of beef between Drake and Jay-Z that probably culminated into this pick. But, and I want to say this too, even though I don't like Kendrick Lamar when he's like Kendrick Lamar when he said, I don't like Drake, the gangster Drake, I like the Drake that sings. I don't like this hardcore Kendrick Lamar because I know Kendrick Lamar ain't really like this. Like, I truly don't believe Kendrick Lamar's gonna go out and start beating on niggas. So I don't like this whole, like, Kendrick Lamar trying to act like the boogeyman. And I'm gonna get into that little teaser of a song that he came out with about the industry and how he doesn't like it, how it's, like, not the way he wants it. So before I get to that, I not saying Kendrick Lamar doesn't have any hits to perform at Super Bowl is insane. 2, if Kendrick performs Not Like Us at the Super Bowl as Drake, I'm dissing that nigga for the rest of his life. Like, no matter. Like, I'm going to wish death upon this nigga if he performs Not Like Us. 3.
I hope ISIS kill just you, son. That ass.
The people in around this situation, and I'm speaking as Drake, the people who okay this and let him just slide with this, never doing business with them again. Like, fuck them for the rest of life. Really bad. But I do believe Lil Wayne could have came out there. Now, Lil Wayne is not like a performer. He's not gonna go out there and do like crumping or do like choreographic moves. But I think he could have gotten a slew of other people to come on to be choreographic. Now, it's gonna be it can't be Young Money because a lot of Young Money group aren't together and they really don't fuck with each other. It's not gonna be the Hot Boys because of the Essence Fest situation that happened. And it's weird because unlike Lil Wayne's group, which everybody separated, if you get Kendrick Lamar might bring out the same people he did for the Pop Out. And here's hoping that probably helps out some of the LA artists. Because I already said, well, yeah, it's already been York already see it. Other LA artists that was up there performing, if they drop an album, the numbers gonna be dog shit. And I know people are like, oh, it's not about the numbers, it's about the music. Yes, you're 100% right. But niggas that are trying to make money and they only sell 8,000 copies. And I used to be friends with a Canadian nigga, but because of my West Coast ties and now I ain't selling nothing, niggas gonna be like, what the fuck? But
We was getting checks the other way, like Travis Scott was.
I think, well, I know Kendrick Lamar's going to have a good performance. Now, will he perform Not Like Us? Probably so. And if the Super Bowl lets him say that, then if the Super Bowl lets him perform Not Like Us, then you could have let Lil Wayne perform too. Because people are also stating that Lil Wayne doesn't have commercial hits. He just has hits. And by that, they mean all the songs that we love by Lil Wayne, a lot of them you can't perform in front of the Super Bowl audience, because a lot of the songs that he made is a little raunchy, and there's gonna be kids out there, and you can't play Dick Pleaser when there's kids out there. You can't play Alphabet Bitches, like you can't play Every Girl, you can't play I Feel Like Dying, S in My Chest. Like you can play a Millie, but no, because and that's another thing too. Like a lot of like Lil Wayne songs are a little bit more or explicit than Kendrick Lamar's. So that's another thing that Kendrick Lamar is more sellable to the audience than Lil Wayne. So I know that's sad to hear as a Lil Wayne fan. I don't like to amend that, but like I said, a lot of Lil Wayne songs that we hold dear, you can't play in front of middle America. So that's fucked up. But there was politics in choosing Kendrick. We're not going to be stupid enough to believe that Jay-Z was going to pick Lil Wayne to perform when my op is Drake. No, that's not going to happen. And watching Lil Wayne do a PSA about him not wanting the Super Bowl, it kind of hurt me because it's like, damn, I want this guy to perform, because it really like. I saw Lil Wayne perform in person like years ago when I went to Rolling Loud, and I was like, if I die today, I'll be fine because I saw Lil Wayne perform. Like that as a kid, that was my main goal in life, to see Lil Wayne perform and perform all one of his favorite my favorite songs, and he did that, and I was happy. So I can understand why fans of Lil Wayne and fans of Louisiana would want probably arguably the greatest artist in that state. So yes, I feel your pain, but politics is politics, and Kendrick Lamar got picked. So I'm sorry. And to you New York niggas, Joe Budden, when Joe Budden was like Lil Wayne should have kept quiet and not done this, fuck you. Like, bro, no. You guys and your whole Avengers on that couch trying to belittle Lil Wayne, saying Lil Wayne can't, he doesn't have it in him. Kendrick Lamar can just have Crips and Bloods on the stage doing it. No, bro, no. That's you guys doing your whole Avenger dick riding. I'm tired of that shit, and we gotta stop that. I'm sorry, you Joe Budden, you New York niggas that are riding with Jay-Z or riding with Kendrick because he's a rapidy rap nigga, suck dick and go about your business. So yeah, that's it for that. The actual music wise, I did find some new stuff. So Shitty Boys, which are comprised of Babytron, Stan Will, and I forgot the other guy's name, but it's a Shitty Boys album called 3-Band Weave. 20 songs, I think, I'm looking at right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 20, 14 is hard. It's more Detroit artists that I really fuck with. So I thought it was going to be like a mediocre album, but it's not. It's actually really fucking good. Playboi Carti's dropping music again, and it sounds like Future. Like at first I was like a little hesitant because I'm like, it don't sound like Future. But then I took a step back. I'm like, oh shit, this is Future. Well, this does sound like Future. But I think it's because of his whole baby, like deep voice. It just sounds like he's trying to be Future, but in the beat goes somewhat of what a Future beat song will go with. Well, no, I can't say that because no, this sounds like a Future song. I'm just not thinking about it. Yeah. after because I'm re-listening to it in my head. I'm like, yeah, those are Future ad libs. But Future is Future to these Atlanta niggas. Yeah, he's from Atlanta niggas, so I expect that, especially since Playboi Carti has done songs with Future before. Babyface Ray dropped The Kid That Did. It's 20 songs. I didn't hear it yet. I think I only heard like one song with Boss Man D-Lo, and we're going to get to Boss Man D-Lo, man. Like, Boss Man D-Lo is killing these features. And well, not features, killing songs in general. But from what I'm looking at it, I'm wanting to listen to it. I'm a big fan of Babyface Ray, and for what people are talking about, this album seems to be more in tune with what he used to do in his songs. So I'm like, okay, I fuck with that. I can definitely see niggas as rocking with this new album. Because his last album, what was his last album? Fuck. What was it called? Because the album that everybody fucks with, Face, stupid hard. What was it? Summer's Mine. There was some songs on here, but it wasn't like stupid. It wasn't like a stupid selection that niggas was waiting for. Your Stepdad. I was on the fence about this nigga because that's a wild ass name to have. But I was like, okay, because I heard his Rap Radar freestyle, and I was like, okay, this shit's hard. I'm sold. And that's really all it has to. If your freestyle is hard, I'm already sold. Like, you don't have to tell me nothing. Let's see. Oh, we might have to have a conversation about NLE Chopper. And the reason why I say this is because for the past couple of months, NLE Chopper's been dropping songs that's like, I won't say like voguish, but it's a different vibe from when him dropping Shot of Flows 1 through 4, and hearing Slut Me Out Part 2, 3, and his new song called Or What. It's like he's moving in a different direction, and I'm not mad at this. I actually like this. I actually fuck with him not being like the Shot of Flow nigga all the time. Like, he's doing some new stuff, trying to be like a little bit of a I'm trying to figure out what genre would this song be, because it says hip hop, but it's like I want to say it's like hip hop house music. It's house music with a gun, and it's like, okay, I fuck with this, and I really fuck with it. Like, this is a really good song. Or What? I was like, okay, I fuck with it. I'm sold. This nigga NLE Chopper is good. Now, a lot of people saying that this change in NLE Chopper is because he's trying to like beat a case of shooting up his baby mom's house, which I don't know if he is or not. But this new version of NLE Chopper, I'm digging, that just makes more than just one flow of music, and I think he can go places with that. I was gonna review Mixtape Pluto here, but there's not enough. If I was to review this album, this fucking podcast episode would be like 4 hours long, because this 17 song album is, when I say ridiculous, it's like next week when I tell you that review this album, it's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be stupid good, but I'm gonna say that for next week. But that's it for the music section. Rich Homie Quan's funeral was this week too, and I'm gonna speak on it. This is not all. This part is not really focused on music. It's really focused on DC Young Fly's speech at Rich Homie Quan's funeral, and that might have been the greatest speech I heard at a funeral in my lifetime. Now, this all comes from DC Young Fly, and I can't give you the full speech in its totality, but hearing that speech, it just like, it told me he's came to grips with the losing the passing of his wife, and now knows how to spread happiness through grief. Because DC Youngfly always been like a great speaker when it comes to stuff. This in particular, when he was speaking on his wife when she passed away, and Rich Homie Quan when he passed away, was like words that I never would have thought I would have heard him speak on or speak like the speech he gave was like really heartwarming, and you could feel that like the caringness in every word was meaning. There was meaning behind it. It was like emotion behind it. It was thought behind it. It was just like I had tears because it's like not because like we lost Rich on the Quan. Like, bro, the way he spoke upon these people, it was like you were right there talking to them as if you were friends with them, and that was a beautiful speech. Rest in peace of Rich Homie Quan. I just had to bring that up because that speech was just like beautiful. If you have a chance, go listen to it. I do give DC Youngfly parents credit because I remember him speaking about how his dad's like 70 or his brother's 70. Like his family's his family's like his father and mother is like old. So I know that like that church spirit in them comes from like that old school raising. And it just brought something in me that was like, oh man, this is sad. Like this really hurt. But but getting off of sadness and music, let's get into the anime. So, my homie Dwight put me on this new anime called Plus Size Elf. Now, I've seen bits and pieces of what people post on the internet because the premise of it is this guy has different elves or different mythical human folk come to him to try to lose weight. Let me rephrase that. Elves and other mythical creatures come through a gate and come over here and indulge in our vices. But because of our vices are way more stronger than theirs, they get super accustomed. Like, you know how people what am I trying to say? It was I'll use the first episode as an example. An elf comes to the main character's store to try to lose weight. You come to find out that the elf is addicted to fries because when she came over from her world, she ate a fry and was like, this food is way better than ours, and she couldn't stop eating it. Boy, when I tell you this anime, I didn't think it was like they were gonna get naked in it at all. I was like, oh shit, this is regular big BBWLs, and I'm like, oh shit, they get naked. What the fuck? Like, I saw nipple and everything. It's a Jamaican man's dream if you watch this anime. Like, it's really like everybody's thick. And I'm watching, I'm like,
Extra thick.
I'm sold off the first episode, but like watching it is fun. It's hilarious. And the funny thing is, they lose weight but gain it back because their vices, they're so addicting. Like, I think one girl is a pig monster, but she's like more girl than pig. One girl is like a wolf. I think there's a big ass elf that just drinks a whole lot of beer, and she's just like super buff. Like, she's big, but she's buff at the same time. It's like, give it a chance. It's a lot of, if you're a fan of big women and isekais and like boobs and ass, this is perfect for you. Matter of fact, if you're just into big women, this is a perfect show to you. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was sold. And I think I'm on like 3 episodes in. And just a reminder, don't watch this at your mom's crib. Don't watch this when your homeboys are there. Just watch this when you're by yourself. If you know people are coming over, don't watch it.
I'm about to bust.
And speaking of anime, I'm actually slacking on anime this season again because I think there's too many animes getting announced and coming out because I think there was an anime that was announced 2 weeks ago. I totally forgot about it, and they said it drops tomorrow, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I think it's like some giant mech arm anime, and I'm like, nigga, how the hell has this happened this fast? Like, bro, I was just talking about this show, and I completely forgot about it. Niggas want to come back and hype it up. Now I'm gonna watch it, but I still have to catch up on a lot of shit. I still got to catch up on My Hero, even though Twitter is spoiling every episode for me. But I already know what happens. It's just beautiful. And also we get speaking of My Hero, we get Iron All Might next week. I can't fucking wait. But speaking of me slacking on anime, I still gotta catch there's a lot. Shit, I didn't even know Reincarnated as a sword got a second season. A second season, nigga. I didn't even know that. If I see Reincarnated as a Frizz get a third season, I'm never watching anime again. I promise you. Like, dying in one world and coming back as a vending machine in another world is fucking crazy stupid. I'd rather come back as a slime that can do stupid spells than that come back as a refrigerator. That's ridiculous. But there is some anime that I do definitely need to catch up on because Don 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 comes back and starts in a week. Like I said, that mech arm anime starts in the week. What else drops? There's some more anime in October that comes out. I just forgot. I think there's another anime that I forgot. That's what I'm saying. There's too many animes for me to remember that's coming out. Like, my backlog of anime is so stupid long. It's like, I think it's like 30 shows I'm behind on. And I'm like, damn, nigga, how am I behind this many shows? Like, I'm bad behind on shows. And I think, like, Blue Giant supposed to come out. That music anime that I'm supposed to check out. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm, like, really behind on shit. And I'm like, damn, I definitely got to check it out. The Blue Wolves of Mibu is a Shinsengumi. I didn't know there was going to be a second season. I honestly didn't know my damn self. But I definitely got to check that out because the only reason I'm a fan of Shinsengumi is because of Rurouni Kenshin. That's why I forgot. Rurouni Kenshin getting this second season in fighting Shishio in Tokyo and getting his sword broken. I think they're might stop at him learning the final Batosai's ultimate move because in the trailer you see the kid that he saves from that village, his sword getting broken, the leader of the Obi-Wan Bomb group joining, Sanosuke learning that punching technique from that monk, and that American dude with that whip sword getting blitzed, and you see his Kenshin master. That's the last thing that you see that not moves the story forward, but like in the story that's, how should I say this? The latest thing in the story, because you don't see, I think you should see Sushio's group in this season, but none of the fights start this season. Like the fights with all Shishio's men, that don't start until next season, I believe. And I don't know if they're doing the entire Rurouni Kenshin, even the movie, the last movie. But who knows? We might get a continuation when that kid that always follows Kenshin around, when he becomes the new holder of the Kenshin's fighting style. He takes a hold of that. I don't believe they went any further than that. I remember years, like 15 years ago, maybe 30 years, 20 years ago, when they did the sequel to that in the anime form, and I watched it, but I don't know if they're gonna redo it. So here's hoping. What else? My Hero's getting really good. We only got 4 episodes left in this season, but it's getting real good. Like the episode that came out today is All for One getting blitzed by Giga Machina, Giant Lady, and Crow Nigga, and him getting young again and blitzing all of them and taking Hulk's quirk. And the last scene you see is All Might on the phone saying he sees the guy is seeing All for One in his direction. So that fight's about to be fire. But if I'm guessing, yeah, the last episode is going to be Deku waking up. No, yeah, it's Bakugo waking up because next week you see the Linda and Shoto form that ice jet blitzing through. So yeah. And I'm trying to think, you could do the last season in 12 episodes because the last season starts off with Bakugo waking up and blitzing, fighting All for One, leaving off where All Might left off. Yeah. And you could do that plus the end piece of the fucking end of the story when everybody becomes heroes. And yeah, you could definitely get that in 12. You could get that in. Let's see, what other animes coming out? I'm really One Piece. One Piece anime wise, we see Emu, we hear Emu's voice, and like a lot of people said, Emu's voice was gonna be messed up in a sense. It's not gonna be like a regular voice where we could be like, oh, I'm talking. No, it's gonna be like Darth Vader in a sense where we don't know. But I believe Emu's a woman because the way Emu was talking, like you could hear a tidbit of woman in it. It's not like low pitch as a man. So I believe Emu's a woman. We see Emu's Zoan form better in in the manga, being the anime than the manga, because you see the head and then Emu become that monster. Because in the manga you just see Sabo blitz the Gorsa and Emu, and then the next panel you see everybody just transform. Now, the anime made sure to tell us, the people who read the manga, who's who and what it looked like the Sabo before. Because in the manga, it's just still pages. It's not just movement. But I don't know what Emu's Zoan is. Because I don't know what the fuck that thing is. Because at the beginning, it had like a demon mouth. But when we see it again, it looked like Slender Man. I'm like, what? I'm confused. That didn't have a mouth at all. So I don't know what his Zoan is, but we all know what everybody else's Zoan is. But seeing Sabo even running from all them niggas proves to me that even Sabo's level is not, we're not close. Like Sabo was never going to get out of that place without any injury. And seeing how Emu blitzed him with one attack was like, all right, yeah. Even though I already know he blitzed with one attack, it's just a feat that wherever that arrow shit was with that hit Sabo had hockey on it. I don't know how much, but it was enough hockey that it could hit him. Because, like I said, well, if you don't know, Sabo is the new owner of the fire fruit. So any attack should go through him. But as in, if you know anything about One Piece, hockey allows you to touch people who are Logia types. But whatever that hockey was, that shit not fucking Sabo on his ass. And seeing Cobra die was a way sadder than I thought. Because he got eaten. I'm like, bro. Like, I think it was right here when I realized One Piece is getting darker and eviler. Because, nigga, there should be no reason why Sabo, why King Cobra should have gotten eaten right there. Especially for Sabo. Like, Sabo's whole life is fucked up from seeing that, probably.
What the fuck did I do wrong? Tell me!
But I think that's it for anime. Like I said, I'm slacking on anime this year, so I'm not. So I didn't really see that much to come out. I'm still, like I said, I'm behind on stuff, but I'm definitely going to catch up this week. It's been a busy week for me because of work and niggas calling out, but I'm definitely gonna get back on it. Fuck them niggas at that job. I'm definitely about to get back on my shit and start reading my not reading, watching my anime again. Cause I'm still reading shit, but I'm not able to watch as much anime as I normally do. So, with that, let's get into the anime. No, manga. Damn it. Let's get into the manga. So, I think I want to. I don't think I want to start with JJK. I want to say that for last. Well, do I want to say that for last? Yeah, I'll say that for last. So, I'm reading One Piece right now. We're in Elbath. Everybody got their new outfits on. Everybody's Vikings. And everybody's separated. Now, I believe there are certain, in this one chapter, 1127, there's some callbacks to, I think it was Albath? Not Albath, but Skypiea. Yeah, it was tidbits of Skypiea because Zoro used Dragon Twist on his giant snake in Skypiea so they wouldn't attack him. In Elbath, there's a giant cat that attacks Usopp and Nami, and Zoro uses Dragon Twister in the exact same pose. Like, if you look at the pose, it's one for one the exact same. So, everybody being their Viking outfits, I can see this is about to be we might get that Loki and Thor tidbit in this because people have been like teasing Loki on Twitter. So I'm like, we might get that soon. Now, this is also part and parcel to us believing that Usopp gets an upgrade this arc because ever since Usopp talked to those giants, they revered him as their captain. Now, Usopp. And okay, let me redo this. After seeing Usopp's dad, Yasop, blow a whole ship away with one bullet, it got people saying, well, me thinking that that might be a calling card that Usopp might get power of. I know that sounds dumb just because of that one off his father doing that, but it's just weird to me that the man that was called captain by the natives of this island, because even the new giants call him Captain Usopp. And that's another thing too. I truly believe Usopp gets an upgrade. Now, do it be Conqueror's Hockey or does it be Conqueror's Hockey Bullets? Either one I am fine with. Shit, even if he learns how to put regular hockey, level 2 hockey on his grass bullets, I'm fine with that. Because Usopp's done enough shit that his feats to have Conqueror's Hockey is up there. Now, it won't be Luffy Conqueror's Hockey. It'll just be a Conqueror's Hockey where, oh shit, Nami's in trouble. Nami! And he just does, and Usopp recreates Marineford when Luffy did Conqueror's Hockey. Now, if we get that in Elbath, I swear to God, Usopp will move up the rankings so fucking fast. So fucking fast. He might be number 4. Because it goes Usopp, Sanji, Zoro. Right now is Jinbei, but if Usopp gets Conqueror's Hockey, get that nigga out of here. Put that nigga Sanji in number 4, because that shit's fucking hard. Like, I already believe Sanji, not Sanji, but Usopp is going to get Conqueror's Hockey. Well, Sanji's going to get Conqueror's Hockey, I believe, too. Because I'm still stuck on that scene where Katakuri saw the future of Sanji seeing or sensing that he was going to get hit by Katakuri's jelly bean bullet. And I'm like, that's the weirdest premonition ever. You got a premonition of a nigga dodging your bullet and you still shot it. Now, I understand you had to shoot it because you had to shoot it. But, like, I don't know. I feel like that's almost like the observation killer that observation hockey killer move that Shanks got. But I don't think Sanji is going to be to the point where he stops you from seeing the future. He just sees it ahead of you. And like I said, this is all speculation. I don't know if he's going to do this. I truly hope he does this because it just like makes sense to me. Like to me, I'm sorry, but Sanji deserves Congress hockey. So does Usopp because I'm trying to think. Luffy needs at least 5 people to either have strong hockey or Congress hockey, and his team would be probably the strongest out there. But with us being on Elbaf, I'm thinking, well, I don't know what part of Elbaf we're on because they just woke up off the boat and they didn't see any of the giants. So we might either run into Shanks somewhere on this island, or we run the kid first, or that nigga who was wearing that hat, just like the that Kappa from Wano. I forgot that nigga name. That fisherman, he's not Kappa. He's a fucking fisherman. He just called himself Kappa. Yeah, that nigga from the Wano country. But yeah, that's it for One Piece, really. I think we're gonna be on break next week, so we won't get anything new from there. But speaking of breaks, JJK is coming. I know I was gonna say that for last, but I'm just too hyped for JJK, so I'm gonna talk to it now. So these last 2 chapters of JJK, people have been calling them trash. I don't think they're trash. I think these chapters are a celebration of characters' growth and who they are. Because chapter 269, is everybody ganging up on Yuta because Yuta, I won't say slacked off. Well, they believe Maki believes Yuta slacked off because he tried to go to Gojo's body and come back and thought everything was going to be cool. But it was a good rendition of them going through the battles and seeing what was up, because in that same chapter at the beginning, I think Mei, the girl who sexually assaulted her little brother, she killed this the shadow. I'm telling this out of order because I had to, so it makes sense throughout the chapter. She killed this shadow style lady because in their world, if you are the leader of the shadow style, nobody else can learn it until you kill that one. And since she was ducked off somewhere where nobody can learn to master the shadow style unless you killed her, she messed up a lot of the sorcerers because when they were going through this whole ordeal, she was just hiding somewhere selling some trinkets. So she had to kill her. So my nigga, the trench coat nigga, I forgot. Is it Himagor? No. That's the lawyer nigga. Well, whoever the trench coat nigga that was a bitch ass nigga, he became the new master, and that's how he was able to teach it to Yuji because they had to kill that old lady. And it was great. It was a good chapter for me because it showed that these niggas had a lot of shit to do to plan ahead to fight Sukuna, even though some stuff could have been done a little earlier, like the sorcerers from outside Japan. They could have came early, but they decided to drag ass. And we find out that Yuta might literally be, well, he is now the strongest sorcerer now, but the shit he was doing was ridiculous. So you find out that that room where all the guys are just watching TV and watching the battle, that they were inside Rika getting transported through the sky. And I'm like, how much energy does this nigga Yuta have to be transferring these niggas like a Megazord in the sky? For one, still have enough energy to run to Kenjaku, fight him, blitz down, and still come back and fight Sukuna. bro, I do not know how strong this nigga is. Like, I don't know. I'm so fucking confused. Like, because it makes no sense. Like, how much reserve curse energy did this nigga have? And not only that, Maki's mad at Yuta for going to kill Kenjaku. Maki, you wasn't gonna beat all those cursed spirits in a lot of mad time. And you wasn't gonna be able to get Kenjaku's body to learn how to switch. Unless he ate Kenjaku's body right before. No, because Kenjaku got up with that big ass centipede looking down at Yuta while he was fighting those big ass bugs. So yeah, Maki's tripping. She was no way she was gonna do all this. But it was a good chapter to me. And when chapter 270 coming out, and everybody I will say coming to amends, because Megumi went to go bury his sister. You find out that Sukuna and Tengen body is buried underneath the school, because since Tengen was still infused with Sukuna a little bit, Sukuna's parts of Sukuna and Tengen are still put together, so they had to hide it in his place, so niggas won't go fuck with it. But it was kind of weird, because if you watch how the old principal from Kyoto was talking, you guys don't need to be worried about this just yet. Just enjoy what we won and just be fine with it. Hinting at like someone's coming up in the future. But a lot of people, this chapter 270 was everybody coming to grips with the situation they had prior to this war or during the war. The nigga that can make sugar with his curse technique, he apologized to this dude that got beaten up, and he didn't do nothing. Now, he didn't accept the apology and kept it pushing, but he wanted to change because he didn't want to be a bitch anymore. So you have to respect that. You got to. Japan is finding a place to put all the reincarnated cursed people somewhere in Japan, because since America told everybody in the world that cursed spirits and cursed items exist, they had to like find a place for them niggas to live. And I think they're gonna be under watch too, because if they go crazy and start killing people, the sorcerers have to kill them. So if you remember, Sumo nigga and Katana nigga that helped Maki out, she met up with him, was like, hey, because of all this malarkey that US did, we're going to have to, you guys can just go on and chill, but you can't do anything stupid. I want to kill you. And Katana nigga was like, hey man, thanks for looking after us. And she gave him a sword too, which is really funny. Now the Sumo nigga can't sumo spirits, because they won't come. It's different from wrestling humans and spirits, because as a human, humans have resolve. And if you just fight an evil spirit, that's just an evil spirit, not like Chozo or his brothers, then you're just fighting a monster. But it was good to see Maki come to grips with those guys, because those guys were actually cool. Like, they really wasn't like assholes or nothing. They were just like her friends. But hopefully nothing bad happens to them or they become evil, because those guys are cool. The manga artist nigga linked up with his boss, is making manga again. Now, there was 2 panels in chapter 270 that had me like, huh. So Takabana, the comedian nigga that just tell jokes, he's hanging around a guy that looks like Kenjaku, but we don't know if it's Kenjaku. Kenjaku or not, because he has text bubbles in front of him, but we still see the hair. And they're like talking about jokes. So in my mind, I'm thinking either he used his curse technique to somehow bring him back so they can be a duo again, because Kenjaku's dead. So either he uses domain expansion to grow the because in domain expansions you have an enclosed dimension or you have an open dimension where it could just be an open as domain expansion. I believe that's what he did, because by the looks of it, that is Kenjaku. That hair and everything, like they even arguing about jokes, so it has to be Kenjaku. I don't know. They're not gonna show it, but I would be mad because that nigga's a monster, but I understand why the comedian wants to hang around him. Lawyer nigga is still doing his job. He's still doing his thing. I think they're going to. Yeah, I think he's going still. I think Japan right now they're in the rebuilding phase because now they know that Curse Spears is going to get wonky for them. So I don't know what's going to happen. Here's hoping something good because if we get JJK Part 2, it's going to be wild. And you can already tell it's getting wonky for him because the gang is back together. Well, before they get back together, Angel, the girl who's possessed by Angel, meets up with Fushiguro, and because he ate her all because when he was Sukuna, he ate her right arm off. He told her like, "Hey, I'm gonna be your right arm, so you don't have to worry about it." Now this gives me Gray, and I think her name was Aqua Vibes from Fairy Tail. So, and he does look like Gray too. So I think they could get together in Part 2. But moving right along, the this chapter comes to a conclusion with the gang getting back together and trying to figure out this curse user who's messing with this family. Now, next week is the final chapter of JJK. And the way this chapter ended, it felt like this is a part 2's happening. A part 2 might happen. Because it wasn't like an ending chapter. It wasn't like, oh man, we're about to get this guy, we're back to normal. Like I feel like this person, when they get this person, is going to be a circle vent of something, or it might be like 10 years later type of shit. But here's hoping it's a good chapter because I love JJK. I don't know what niggas beef is with Shonen in these past couple of endings of chapters of Attack on Titan, My Hero, and like a couple others. Like I don't know what's wrong with niggas, but me personally, I fuck with these past couple chapters, and I think they're gonna be well. Now, these last 2 mangas I'm gonna speak on, it's Ichi the Witch and what was it? Oh, Shinobi Undercover. Ichi the Witch and Shinobi Undercover. So, Shinobi Undercover is about a ninja who's timid to talk to people, who's under a special mission to protect this girl for her whole high school career. Now, this ninja does not like to talk to people. Like, he can't talk to nobody. He can't be in a room with a person for 5 minutes without having like anxiety attack. But when this girl gets attacked by other ninjas, this nigga goes to work. Like the first chapter is 55 pages. And when it's time to fight, boy, this shit look like Sakamoto Days beautiful when the fights happen. And like I really fuck with it. Now, he's a bitch when it comes to talking to people. When it comes to knocking niggas out, he do not play. He had to fight a nigga. He was about to cry, chop his neck. He stopped, and the nigga he had to fight thought he chopped his whole neck off. Like this nigga is thorough. Like it ain't nothing to be played around with. And me personally, I gave it an 8 out of 10. And that's me being like, if that's me being hard on it. If I wasn't being a harsh critic on it, I'll give it a 10. Like it wasn't like the manga, the chapter was not bad at all. Like me personally, I just give it a 9. But for most people, you're gonna give it a 7.5 or 8 or some shit. But I liked it, and I think you guys will too. Ichi the Witch. Now, Ichi the Witch is about a world where only women can become witches, but because of this foible in this, well, no, let me explain. So, Ichi the Witch is about a world where if you want a magical ability, you have to go hunt for it. And it's not just like literally hunt for it. So some magic will be like, hey, if you want to walk on wind, you gotta walk like 1,000 miles. So it's like special requirements to unlock the magic that you want when you hunt it. Now, this magic in this first chapter that this witch is hunting for only has been trying to been attacking witches and killing witches for 1,000 years. Now, this witch, Demore, she was about to kill the I want to say spell that came. So I know it's hard for me to explain, but it's like the spell has a mind, grew a mind of its own and grew a physical manifestation of it, one of itself. And because only women can become witches, like men can't become witches, because there hasn't been a warlock in God knows when or at all. So the magic, so I think in the monster's name is Orbo or something like that. He made it so no woman can kill him. So, and since all the witches are women, he can't get killed by them. Here's the caveat. Our main character, Ichi, he was abandoned as a child and he loves nothing to hunt. Coming together, right? You have to hunt for magic, and this guy loves hunting. Now, he saw this monster with this witch about to kill her. He comes in and kills it because he's been looking for a big hunt this whole time because he's a hunter. Now, when he kills the monster, the monster's like, oh shit, I never felt a guy who could kill me like this. He kills him and takes his powers, and you find out that when men become witches, their power growth is really, they can't control it as women do. So when they do it, it's a very, what's the word? It's basically like this. When you think of witches as Cyclops' visor. When you take the visor off and just releases strong, relentless energy, that's what having a male witch is, or a warlock. So you come to find out in chapter 2 that the black witch, and yes, the witch is black, she makes a deal with Ichi to help her hunt other evil magic spells, so you can save the world or shit from evil magics. And Ichi's like, immediately got his eyes brighten up. So he's like, oh shit, I gotta go hunt for real. And he's like, yeah, I definitely want to hunt this. Now, mind you, when he uses magic, he passes out for 3 days because there's so much energy he can't control it. So because he messed up the forest when he tested out his magic, he decided to replant trees in that field, and come to find out this nigga just planted a giant forest in the field. So the little forest that he had to replace just became a big ass forest, and he just replaced it all. And after these 2 chapters, I'm still giving it 8 and a 9. 9 for the first chapter, 8 for the second one, because I think this might be another Black Clover, not clone, but a rebrand, because it has that little chibi when the characters how characters when they talk to each other in those little chibi forms, they have those. So I was like, okay, I see these guys who are going down a road of trying to be funny while serious, but I fuck with it. I think this is going to be a good manga to read. Hopefully it doesn't end in 20 chapters. I don't think neither one of these are because of how good the artwork is. Now, I said that about another manga, but that got axed in 20 chapters. So who knows? Hopefully these 2 mangas go along for a good while. But I think that's it for the pod, man. I really appreciate you guys holding me down. Follow me on Twitter at Ricky Savage _Jr. Delton Wall on Facebook, StyleBeasting Podcast on Instagram, and the same thing for the YouTube is the same name for the YouTube. Like and subscribe. And yeah, I appreciate you guys listening. Peace.
外側じゃ絶対逃げねえ